Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in the top right hand corner of this map as the green Terran, we have GGOurk. And in the bottom left hand corner of this map, spawning as the pink Terran, we have DruidzJimmeh, and we are playing on the Shakuras Plateau.
Yep, so we've got cross positions here, so it's going to be a long distance here, so TVT. Now, which way will this go? We could see a mech build, which is quite slow and immobile.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting a bit distracted by the chat here.
It's okay. And or we could see the mass marine marauder play, or marine tank Viking. There's just so many options for a Terran to go these days, which we do see out of most Terran players, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the most entertaining matchups to watch. It's not for everyone, but it's one of the best when it comes to back and forth, because there could be a point where one player is losing, and he could switch up and add a single unit into his build, and suddenly has the advantage.
Yep, I get what you're saying there, and be interested to see what happens.
Yep. Jimmy once again building his bunker at his first barracks, outside of his wall-off.
Yep, so it looks like we're not going to see a bit of a wall-off here.
From either player.
From either player. It's not very common you do see a wall-off on each player. At the minute, we've both got identical builds, both at the same barracks, both going refinery. And it looks like we could see a bit of a Hellion opening, maybe. It's quite possible. Or just a tech lab onto the barracks. Yep,
possibly, because everyone knows that the good counter to Hellions is more Hellions.
Though we haven't seen any more productions here, SCV production here by GGOurk, sorry, I do apologise. He has decided to get that orbital command slightly earlier, whereas Jimmy decided to get that one extra SCV before changes. So GGOurk is going to have the mules to hand a bit quicker than Jimmy.
Both building a tech lab on their barracks here?
Yep. So both identical builds at the moment, apart from that one SCV, but now they're back to evens with that SCV being built as soon as the orbital command had finished.
Yes, there is one marine out for GGOurk as well, where there is none for Jimmy.
We're both going for a Reaper opening as well at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see if we're going to carry on with the same identical builds as each other.
Interesting, yeah, it'll be good to watch a literal mirror matchup. Command center going down for Jimmy here and for GGOurk.
So it's a Reaper expand here from both players at the moment, and not much else going off.
No. You can just should we just commentate on one player? No, don't have to do the other.
We do have a Marauder coming out here from Jimmy, so it is mixing it up a little bit, as we've got a Marine coming out by GGOurk and Combat Shield.
Alright, we're starting to differentiate here.
2 more racks being built here for Jimmy. There's only 1 more racks for Ork at the moment as well. As the Reapers do go across the
heading in.
Yep. So both of these Reapers are going to both say hello to the SCV lines very shortly here. Marines are way out of position at the natural entrances here as well from both players. So both Reapers jump in basically at the same time and trying to put off as many SCVs as possible.
Jimmy going straight for the SCV build in the barracks here.
Yep,
and wipes both of them out. Whereas GGOurk has gone straight for the mineral line, but that Marauder will chase it off.
Yep, looking at the work count, it's 4 workers killed for GGOurk and only 2 for Jimmy at the moment. So GGOurk has got the better offset of that at the minute.
Indeed, but Jimmy has managed to halt production on those barracks, albeit shortly, but that still is a few seconds that he's not going to have those extra Marines.
Yeah, definitely. So we do have 2 tech lab, reactors finishing up on the barracks in Jimmy's base at the moment as well. So both look like they're going for a bio build at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see. It's going to come down to people's control, I believe.
Yeah. The main difference here is the Marauders at the moment that Jimmy has. You can see there are no Marauders out for GGOurk at the moment that I can see. No Marauders.
Yep. So it looks like for GGOurk is going to go for that mass marine play as a third expansion. Does go down here for Jimmeh as well.
Yep, indeed.
So yep, we do have the two barriers for the reactors. Tech Lab is just about to finish researching stim here, as more marines are being pumped out from Jimmeh here.
Both players getting marines and stim, but Jimmy's stim will finish first. But GGOurk is also getting +1.
Yep.
+1 attack.
GGOurk is going to be ahead in the upgrades. That's going to come very useful when it comes to the battles in the middle of the field or to each other's base. We do have a factory going down now as well for GGOurk. So it looks like he's going to switch into maybe a bit of a tank marine build. Oh, excuse me.
Single marine for Jimmeh moving out, but it will meet the Reaper, so that marine will go down.
Yep. First thing, both 3 shot there for the Reaper. So a bunch of marines are going to go out and sack revenge on that one marine.
Yeah.
At the moment.
He was our friend.
Yeah. We're going to get you back.
But this Reaper realizes when it's screwed and is getting out of there.
Yep.
As fast as it can. And here comes some more marines for GGOurk. The Reaper is joining up with them. Oh, no, it isn't. Is it? Yes, it is. Heading up to that Zelnaga tower up there. And here we have a little engagement in the middle, and stim for Jimmy's marines and stim for GGOurk. And GGOurk just had more marines there.
Yeah, more marines.
Able to push Jimmeh back.
That level 1 is just about to finish up as well, so this command centre could possibly go down here.
I think it will get away. It's
managed to get away.
To the high ground before GGOurk does too much damage. The SCV is immediately repairing it the second it gets back into the main.
Yep, so looking back in both places, we do have the double medevac popping out now for Orc as well. We do have the Tech Lab just finishing up here on the factory, so we will get that siege tanks very shortly. Or you could go for the Blue Flame Hellion, because that is very handy against marines, but it looks like he's choosing the siege tank mode over it.
There is double engineering bay down for Jimmeh as well in his main base.
He is also currently working on 1-1 for both level armour and weapons, so we will eventually catch up to Orc, as Orc only does have that one engineering bay at the moment. So the scan does go down and sees everything in Orc's base from Jimmeh.
Yep. Jimmeh is building a reactor on this factory, but he is also building a starport, so he will get the switch around to get out medevacs. But Orc is already way ahead of him in that department.
Yep, definitely. So it looks like some marines are going to try and push up the front here. They do have that level 1 upgrade here in the attack, but there's just so many marines here for Jimmeh at the moment, as a drop does try to come around the back here, but does get denied, does get seen by the supply depot, and the marines are reacted to it as well, so they know it's there. And this full medevac there of marines does go down. There's another job in the back going down as well.
Oh, sneaky here.
We'll try and get supply depot. GGOurk picks up and does manage to get away with that. So, looking at the worker count and workers kill count, we've got 5 kills here for GGOurk to 2 of Jimmeh's, so not many SCVs have been killed as of yet in this game.
GGOurk piling on the pressure though.
Yep, definitely. So it looks like Jimmeh isn't going for a using a tech lab or anything like that on the factory. He's just going to use it for scouting purposes, as more barracks do go down here for Jimmeh, so he's going to go for this mass marine play basically. Here.
Jimmeh knowing or believing that the counter to marine medevac is more marine than medevacs.
Yep. GGOurk does have these tanks. They do have siege tech as well, and they are moving out into the middle of the field, so we could have a bit of an engagement going off here very shortly. Go off, tanks sieging up. Oh, they're going to get tanks need to go down very fastly. No, a bit of a split there by Jimmeh. Not much. These tanks are going to go straight through the marines, and the marines currently go through.
This nest of Jimmeh's army is a bloody cloud and a pile of shrapnel. Yep, this command centre being forced once again to lift off back into the main base to avoid getting massacred.
Yeah, definitely. So he's managed to delay that as his own expansion here with GGOurk has gone up as well and fully saturated at the moment as well. So we do have a bit of a push coming out here. Not sure if GGOurk's awake for this, and I think he'll be able to clean this up here for Jimmy will, so we'll be able to push that back.
Lifted up the tanks, that was beautiful.
Yep, lovely tank pick up there by GGOurk, so able to save his 2 tanks on reasonable health, so that was pretty good there from GGOurk. Nice reactions.
Yeah, there are 2 factories down, both with tech labs, so we may be seeing double tank here.
Yeah, we do see double tank coming out of here for GGOurk, whereas as for Jimmy we do just see this mass marine play coming out with all upgrades. We do have 2 upgrades on the way as well. Here.
We do have very few marauders, but not going to make a huge difference with the amount he has.
Yep, I mean Jimmy does need to get more of those marauders out to tank against the tank shells as well, so
yeah,
that's the way it's going to happen.
Engagement here in the middle of the map by the Zelnaga Tower, but Jimmy is backing up because he knows there is a lot of units here.
Yeah, big sting there, but GGOurk will push Jimmy back to this watchtower and sees everything that's going off at the moment. Looks like he's going to come for another engagement here. Tanks siege up here in the mist, and they're going to do big shells to cut down half of these marines. And GGOurk is going to get the better of these.
But some of these may get shot down by these marines. But no, they get away.
Nice of him to get away there.
Yep, so it drops a few up on the high ground here, so may see some shenanigans. Yep, using them, but these medevacs will give sight up there, so...
Yep. There's a GG by Jimmy.
GG by Jimmy.
So Orc does take the first game 1-0 in this best of 3.